Gather round and listen close, because the world just shifted beneath our feet and the ground is still shaking. We are looking at a battlefield that has been completely transformed in the last few hours. The word coming from the front lines isn't just serious, it is devastating. A top military expert, someone who has seen the inside of more war rooms than most people have seen movies, has just stepped forward with a warning that is sending chills through every capital city on the planet. Operation Epic Fury has been unleashed, and the results are unlike anything we have ever seen in modern history. We are talking about a level of destruction that has moved past simple strategy and into something much more permanent. The sheer scale of this operation is what you need to understand first. We are seeing thousands of targets hit with a precision that makes the old way of doing things look like a toy in just the first few days. Over 5,000 targets across the region were engaged. This isn't a small skirmish. This is a systematic dismantling of an entire nation's ability to fight back. The expert report sitting in front of me says the Iranian regime's navy is being wiped off the map, and their missile production, the very thing they used to threaten the world, is now nothing but smoking rubble. The expert says the results are devastating because there is no coming back from this. When you lose your command centers, your fuel, and your best ships all in 1 week, you aren't just losing a war. You are losing your future as a power in this world. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say next, because this is why you need to be part of this community. Events are moving so fast that what you hear now could change by the time you wake up tomorrow. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and know the truth before it hits the mainstream filters, you must hit that subscribe button right now. We are the only ones digging into these expert warnings and bringing you the raw truth of the battlefield. Don't get left behind while the world changes. Join us so you never miss a beat of this breaking story. The military expert points out that we have shifted from using expensive long-range missiles to using smart bombs that are cheaper and more plentiful. This means the pressure isn't going to stop. It's a relentless, pounding rhythm that is breaking the back of the resistance. But here is the part that should make you sit up straight. The expert warns that as the regime feels the walls closing in, they are getting desperate. They're starting to target things that keep millions of people alive, like water plants and power grids. The devastation isn't just on the battlefield anymore, it is spilling over into the lives of every person in the region. This is the moment where a local conflict turns into a global catastrophe. And the expert says we are right on the edge of that cliff. The Epic Fury isn't just a name for a mission. It is a description of the fire that is consuming everything it touches right now. Listen to this very carefully, because the story of this war just took a turn that no one expected, and the details are coming in fast. We are talking about a total collapse of what used to be one of the strongest military machines in the Middle East. The latest intelligence reports confirm that Operation Epic Fury has effectively cut off the head of the snake, saying that for the first time in 47 years, the group that caused so much trouble across the globe has no central brain left to tell its soldiers what to do. If you want to stay informed and see the truth before it gets hidden by the big news networks, you need to subscribe to this channel right now. We are bringing you the raw updates from the front lines that you won't find anywhere else. Click that button and join us, because the next few hours are going to change the map of the world forever. The destruction we are seeing is almost hard to believe. Our sources say that US B-2 stealth bombers, the most powerful planes ever built, flew deep into the heart of the country. They didn't just hit the surface. They used massive bunker buster bombs to reach deep underground into what are called missile cities. These are giant tunnels hidden inside mountains filled with thousands of rockets, but the expert warning is clear. Those tunnels have become tombs. The precision was so high that nearly 90% of their ability to launch long-range missiles has been wiped out in a single week. The Navy is also gone. Over 50 warships, including their drone carriers that they use to threaten the seas, are now sitting at the bottom of the ocean. But here is the most shocking part of this update. While the military sites are burning, the chaos is spreading to the streets. With the top leaders gone, a massive power vacuum has opened up. The military expert warns that this is the most dangerous phase. When a regime this big loses its head, the tail starts lashing out blindly. We are hearing reports of desperate attacks on water plants and power grids that could leave millions of innocent people without anything to drink or eat. This is why the expert says the results are devastating. It's not just about the ships and the missiles anymore. It's about a whole region on the brink of a total breakdown. The fire of epic fury is burning hotter than anyone ever imagined, and it shows no sign of slowing down. The world is waking up to a map that looks nothing like it did yesterday. And what I am about to tell you is the reason why every military radar on the globe is blinking red right now. We are witnessing the literal evaporation of a national defense system in real time. Operation Epic Fury has moved into a phase so aggressive that the term battlefield doesn't even cover it anymore. A top military expert has just confirmed that the Iranian regime's pride and joy, their massive drone carrier, a ship the size of a World War II aircraft carrier, is currently a floating inferno in the middle of the Gulf. This wasn't a lucky shot. It was a targeted execution of the very vessel they used to threaten the world's oil lanes. The message from the front is loud and clear. There is nowhere left to hide, and there is no armor thick enough to stop what is coming. Before we go any deeper into these devastating results, you need to understand that the information flow is being throttled everywhere else. To get the unfiltered truth about this global shift as it happens, you must subscribe to this channel immediately. We are tracking every missile launch and every expert warning that the mainstream media is too afraid to touch. Hit that button now so you are never left in the dark while history is being written in fire. The expert reports are highlighting a staggering drop in the enemy's ability to strike back. In just the last few days, their ballistic missile attacks have plummeted by 90%. Their drone swarms, which they once boasted would darken the skies, have been cut down by over 80%. This is because American B-2 stealth bombers have been dropping 20,000-pound penetrator bombs directly onto their underground missile cities. These are not just hits, they are burials. The military expert warns that we are now seeing the total destruction of the infrastructure required to even build a replacement. They aren't just losing the missiles they have, they are losing the ability to ever make them again. But the most chilling part of this update involves what is happening in the shadows. As the conventional military collapses, the expert points to a wild card that could be more devastating than any bomb. Desperate remnants of the command structure are reportedly targeting the region's desalination plants, the very facilities that provide drinking water to millions. This is the devastating result the expert warned about. It is no longer just a war between armies. It is a fight for the very survival of the civilian population. The epic fury has moved from the silos to the sea, and now it is threatening the very lifeblood of the Middle East. Stay with us as we continue to track this breaking catastrophe. The sky hasn't just turned red. It has stayed that way for 12 straight days, and the world we knew 2 weeks ago is gone. This is a battlefield update that will make your blood run cold. Operation Epic Fury has entered its most high-octane phase yet, and the results are being described by every top military expert as nothing short of a total dismantling. We are talking about 5,000 targets engaged, 5,000. In less than 2 weeks, the combined might of American and Israeli forces has systematically shredded the Iranian regime's military spine. From the secret missile cities buried deep in the southern mountains to the naval bases along the coast, there's almost nothing left that hasn't been touched by fire. If you want to know what is actually happening before the history books are even written, you have to subscribe to this channel right now. The mainstream news is barely scratching the surface of how deep these strikes are going and what they mean for your future. We are the only ones tracking the expert warnings and the raw data from the front lines every single hour. Join us and hit that notification bell so you are the first to know when the next wave hits. Because this story is moving faster than a Tomahawk missile, the expert analysis is showing a massive shift in how this war is being fought. They aren't using the expensive, fancy cruise missiles as much anymore. Why? Because the enemy's air defenses are so broken that American jets are flying right over their heads, dropping smart bombs with terrifying frequency. But here is the warning that should have everyone on edge. As the regime collapses, they are turning to a wild card strategy. With their navy at the bottom of the sea and their air force grounded, they are launching a campaign of environmental terror. They are targeting shipping in the Strait of Hormuz with whatever they have left, effectively creating a blockade that is sending global energy prices into a tailspin. The most devastating part of this report, however, is the human cost that is starting to surface. There are reports of strikes hitting areas where civilians, including children, are caught in the crossfire. The military expert warns that while the strategic victory is nearly complete, the chaos left behind is a powder keg. The supreme leader is gone, replaced by a new figurehead. But the Revolutionary Guard is tightening its grip on what remains, refusing to let go even as the walls crumble. This isn't just a military operation anymore. It's the total collapse of a nation-state in real time, and the expert says the fallout will be felt for generations. The Epic Fury has cleared the path, but the ground it left behind is a wasteland of uncertainty. This is the moment that changes everything. So listen like your life depends on it, because the final hammer has just fallen. We are standing at the end of the world as we knew it, and the results of Operation Epic Fury are now officially being called total by every military expert on the planet. This isn't just a battle anymore. It is the complete erasure of a regime's ability to exist. The news coming in right now is so big it makes everything that came before look like a rehearsal. We have just received confirmation that the final strongholds, the secret bunkers that were supposed to be unreachable, have been turned into craters. The experts are warning that the smoke rising from these sites isn't just from bombs, it's the end of an era. If you want to be the one who knows what's coming before the rest of the world wakes up in a panic, you have to subscribe to this channel this very second. We are the only ones staying on the line, bringing you the updates the big networks are too scared to air. Don't wait until the internet goes quiet or the truth is buried. Hit that subscribe button and stay connected to the real story as it breaks. The expert reports are staggering. In 12 days, over 5,000 targets have been wiped out. The Iranian Air Force, gone. Their runways are shredded, and their elite jets are nothing but scrap metal. Their navy at the bottom of the sea. But the most devastating news is what's happening to the leadership. The expert warns that with the Supreme Command destroyed, the entire country is fracturing into 1,000 pieces. The expert's final warning is the one that should keep you awake at night. He says that the epic fury has been so successful that it has left a hole in the world that nothing can fill. As the power grids go dark and the water stops flowing to millions, we are moving into a humanitarian disaster that no army can fix. The military mission is over, but the catastrophe is just beginning. The destruction is total, the results are devastating, and the world will never be the same again. This is the breaking point. The fire has done its work, and now we are left with the ashes. Stay tuned, because the fallout from this fury is going to reach every corner of the globe.